Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. A big week for crypto policy coming up. This is coming from Eleanor Turret. Monday, final SEC industry roundtable on DeFi. And Tuesday, we got a House markup on the Clarity Act, plus nomination hearing for Brian Quintenz. So we're still waiting on that. Eleanor Turret also giving us some more details here from a post from yesterday. The Financial Committee has officially scheduled a markup of the Crypto Market Structure Bill, so the Clarity Act, and this is happening Tuesday, June the 10th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, alongside a handful of other bills. Prepare for a marathon markup session. It's really looking like digital asset clarity is happening. These are the final steps for the thing that we've been talking about for years now, and I say years, I say multiple years, multiple crypto cycles. We've been always waiting for the regulatory clarity. When I first got into XRP, it was all about the regulatory clarity, bringing the price of XRP up higher. For more information on where I think the market could go, because the clarity is one thing, having these sessions, that's one thing, but to have it in law and to have cryptocurrencies like XRP scale, that's a whole different beast. Follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel if you want to pick my brain on those topics. My DMs are open for my Patreon subscribers, so I will respond to you directly with any questions you have about, anything you might be thinking about. I do also hold live Q&A sessions once a month, plus regular posts every single week. So patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for those of you guys interested. So big news in the United States. The approved change request, though, on the official ISO 20022 website has noted some changes, okay? So it is now saying that there is technical support for Ripple's interledger protocol. They made a point to say that through the PACS.008 message type, which is part of the ISO 20022 standard for payment clearing and settlements. Guys, here it is, right on the website, Standard RippleNet Payment Object, the SRPO, ISO 20022 PACS 008. Down here it says ISO 20022 definition. Okay, the framework and alignment with ISO 20022 enable interoperability with the variety of RippleNet members and their back office systems. And then over here, it also does mention that the RippleNet Payment Object Body carries payment instructions, details governed by RippleNet Payment Object standards, which use the ISO 20022 PACS 008 message definition as a basis. So this is big, directly on the website, now mentioning that Ripple's Interledger protocol is compatible through PACS 008. A big deal considering we've been waiting for this regulatory clarity for a while. Smoke Down here did also just post a video from a couple of days ago, just highlighting ISO 20022. So he's scrolling down here, I guess highlighting some of these Ripple partnerships like Mojaloop. And this is through the PACS 008. So, okay, so there he is. He's what he's doing here is he's actually looking through the some of these Ripple partners, finding them and highlighting the PACS 008, considering now we know Mojaloop has been a partner for a while, and Ripple is also been working tooth and nail to kind of get approved for this. I'm sure we're going to see many more updates coming down the pike. Anyway, I'll link this in the description if you guys want to read further. Wanted to thank Smoke and Eleanor Turret for posting those. Another great one from Smoke here, guys. May 2025. So this is brand new from just a few weeks ago. Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be excluded from EU crypto regulations. So we have the MiCA regulations, or MiCA regulations. A speech from the Central Bank of Ireland confirms that MiCA will not cover all crypto assets, with some of the most well-known crypto assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum not within the scope of the regulation, given they have no identifiable issuer. So Bitcoin and Ether will not be compliant with MiCA regulations because they lack an identifiable issuer. And with no issuer, you cannot be compliant, because how do they keep those bodies to the same standard that they keep Cardano or Ripple or any other cryptocurrencies? So that's interesting. It should go without saying that there are inherent risks in crypto assets, and some forms of crypto assets have higher risks than others. Nevertheless, it is important for consumers to be aware that MiCAR will not cover all the crypto assets, with some of the most well-known crypto assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum not within scope of the regulation, given they have no identifiable issuer. So I wonder how they're going to regulate those, if they're going to regulate them as commodities or something different, perhaps something in a different class altogether. Interesting Interesting, though, as a separate note, wanted to thank Smoke again just for posting that, and another great one from Smoke. Smoke always has the best information, I got to say, or one of the best. I'm not going to say the best. There's so many great XRP community members that do bring the fire every single day. Bitcoin and Ethereum will remain outside, while Ripple and XRP will move the system from within. So he's been saying this for a while now, and now we're just getting the confirmation because we are seeing that that these cryptocurrencies, even as stated from adb.org, these cryptocurrencies are outside the system. So this is probably why we're getting this this new MiCA update. Banks for international settlement payment systems, is a broader concept than just currency. Crypto assets do form payment systems, but these are alternative payment systems. So the question of whether a given crypto asset will be reorganized as a part of a formal payment system will largely depend on how it is meant to be used in a given jurisdiction. So this paper does highlight already Bitcoin and Ethereum fall outside that system, while Ripple and XRP fall within the system. And I know I've mentioned this this particular document on this channel in the past. So now, guys, I think it is getting very, very clear. The MiCA regulations are not looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum as have anything to do with the payment system. It's going to be all Ripple and XRP. So another great one there from Smoke. It's no surprise considering there are so many Ripple partners that have been doing this now for a very long time, like Terrapay. They've just secured another license, guys, from Malaysia to strengthen cross-border payments in the APAC region. Terrapay, the United Kingdom-based digital cross-border payments provider, announced on Wednesday that it has been granted a Class B license by Bank Negara Malaysia. The firm said in a statement that this development marks a pivotal step in the expansion across South Asia, reinforcing its commitment to enabling secure, real-time, and compliant cross-border payment solutions in one of the region's most dynamic financial hubs. So again, Terrapay, one of those longtime Ripple partners, continuing to expand in the Asia-Pacific region. With the new license, they're now allowed and well-positioned to support the country's growing demand for efficiency and transparent cross-border financial services. The license enables Terrapay to directly partner with Malaysian banks, licensed payment institutions, and enterprises to facilitate seamless inbound and outbound remittances, business-to-business payments or B2B payments, and wallet payouts. It also empowers the firm to deepen its collaboration with local financial institutions and fintechs, offering them access to its robust, interoperable, and API-driven payment infrastructure. This will enable partners to scale their cross-border offerings with confidence while ensuring compliance with Malaysia's regulatory standards. Here's a quote, guys. This license reinforces Terrapay's commitment to building a seamless and compliant payments ecosystem across the APAC region. Malaysia is a key market as well, and we are excited to deepen partnerships that drive financial inclusion and innovation. This coming from Ambar Sur, founder and chief executive officer of Terrapay. So they are continuing to really kind of knock it out of the park, guys. Terrapay, one of those longtime Ripple partners, looking to expand in the APAC region. Why am I not surprised? We're also getting more money licenses granted to other companies that are related to Ripple. Another Ripple partner, Thuns, they've also just secured a money transmission license to operate in the United States of America. So as we're seeing more regulation come to pass, I feel like more of these external and by external, I just mean these international companies that are not American. They want to do business in the United States. They're already Ripple enabled, and they have been for quite some time. And now that they see that they can do it, I guess they are doing it, right? Thuns, the smart highway to move money around the world. Today, they just announced they secured 50 licenses that are required in the U.S. This marks a major milestone following their recent Series D funding round that reinforces Thun's unwavering commitment to scale at pace and deliver on its strategic roadmap. The acquisition of the licenses by newly formed Thun's Financial Services LLC, that's their entity, is a strategic differentiator in allowing Thuns to deliver its comprehensive pay and accept suite of services directly to corporates, merchants, and digital platforms across the U.S. By leveraging the new regulatory approvals, Thuns gains the ability to contract directly with American businesses for real-time cross-border payments via its direct global network, connecting to over 7 billion mobile wallets and bank accounts, as well as 15 billion cards in over 130 countries and 80 currencies. So they've already been on a warpath here, really kind of making waves, making international partnerships, already securing licenses in many other countries, already doing a lot of business in much of the world. And now the United States, that last piece of the puzzle that they really do need to get in order to really be a meaningful player in this financial market. So big news there from Thuns. I also just wanted to mention another clip here from Instagram. I hadn't seen this before, and Michael Branch I have not seen it either. So this is from Instagram. I don't know the user here, CryptoKing7777777, I guess. This man is from Venezuela, and he sends money back home with, guess what, crypto?
Well, would you go back over and explain about how people use currency in Venezuela?
Sure. What happened is I used to mine Ethereum back in 2015. So in order for me to support my family, to send money over across seas, I used to send Ethereum, and the fee was too high.
Right.
Not as high as Western Union or MoneyGram, but it's still high.
Right.
So I figured it out. If I mine Ethereum, swap it to XRP, send it to Venezuela,
To your family.
peer-to-peer, sell it in Tether, they could afford to buy food and live.
That's incredible.
Because in Venezuela, they're all digital.
Right now.
Right now.
Well, 90%.
90% is right.
And you were saying about how easy it is to use, and how about your grandmother.
Well, back in the days, it was hard.
Right.
Now everybody uses cryptocurrency.
And they
because
don't
it's
use
simple.
any paper currency.
They do,
But not-
but very little. It's too much. Like, let's say you have $1, it's like 10,000 of our money. Just to give you an example, I don't have on top of my head how much it is, but that's like a pack of money like this big. In order for buy a lollipop,
Right.
imagine you buy a lollipop and give them like a pack of money.
Right.
It's very hard. So it's easy for them to use a QR code and just pay with Tether, or USDC. I wish they had that XRP.
How has the older generation adapted to the digital currency?
Well, they had to adapt because it's the only way.
Right, yeah.
So if they want to go to the supermarket, they need to learn how to use a
And
wallet.
it's been a challenge.
No, because Binance make it easy over there.
Wow.
They have a Visa card and everything.
Okay.
So Binance makes it easy for Venezuelans to swap to Tether. Guys, this is the future, using XRP because the fees are low and because it's super fast. This is a gentleman who used to do these transactions in Ethereum, clearly not using Ethereum anymore. As we're seeing, the rails are changing, and this is peer-to-peer usage. So this is, as rugged as it gets. But now, because we have crypto regulations in Europe and now coming to the United States, we are going to see more and more of this becoming more and more of a reality, but on a larger scale. Remember, guys, they are scaling up, and this is why we're getting announcements like this as well. XRP Crypto will posting this. Coinbase announced that wrapped versions of Dogecoin and XRP are now live on their base platform. Major cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase has issued a new announcement that might excite the XRP and Doge communities. In a recent tweet, Coinbase announced that wrapped versions of Doge and XRP are now live on the base platform. Wrapped assets are called cbDoge and cbXRP. They're ERC20 tokens backed 1-to-1 by Doge and XRP, held in custody by Coinbase and joint Bitcoin and Ethereum, whose wrapped assets have already been launched. So now Coinbase is expanding their product suite, including XRP, to their platform. So, more demand for XRP. And again, these have to be backed, by the way. These have to be backed 1-to-1 by XRP, so similar to the ETFs. This is becoming reality now. The demand for XRP is going to go up. And even though, it is taking a long time, it is taking a bit longer than I would like. I mean, to be honest with you, my projections for that last euphoric pump, I think, are still on track. And if you guys want to know more about that, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Conversely, if you guys are interested in, maybe supporting the channel in a different way, I've also got the Working Money Channel merch store. Merch is up, a lot of cool products here. I love the astronaut tee. I designed that, and a lot of people are digging the logo here. So check it out. Link is in the description of the video. That's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.